excuse you. One, if you're on bed rest, I get it, but you've got to communicate. You still, I told you to put your contact information on the State Bar website. It is not there. We told you to correct your email information on your pleadings because it is not there. Sure, your email is incorrect. And the final thing, I was advised by Ms. Watts that you hung up on her. Stop. Never.
You want me to answer the question?
Stop, Mr. Walls. She said you hung up on her, so don't call Ms. Watson. Okay, hold on. Rule one, don't interrupt me. Do not interrupt me.
And she started making like multiple threats, talking about saying something about she was gonna get some peoples to pull up at my house and, you know, start threatening my mom, saying something about she was gonna get her mom to jump my mom and stuff. And about like the second or the third week of July, she had popped up there at my jaw. And before I was out, had took a break, I probably had seen her right there by my jaw.
Well, hey, Ms. Rodnika, first things first, you show up in my courtroom, you're laying in the bed. Then you leave your camera on after the counter call and you get tucking yourself in, getting all cozy like this is some sleep story that's going to put you to sleep. Now you're sitting there, ma'am, you're eating Funyuns, and you think this is just a big old joke.
I have a question.
And you're not listening. I'll hear your side, Ms. Williams. Go ahead.
Okay, the stuff that he just said, it's not true because I came to the job. I did come to the job. That's cool.
Well, then it is true. He said you came to his job.
Okay, I came to the job to see how he was doing. That's all.
The public defender here for position 3. It says Tyrone Walls. He's a private, isn't he?
Oh, Your Honor, this is the problem that you had before. This is the second time it's been said.
Wait a minute. Is this the guy who's in, Ms. Watts, is this the guy with the office like in Augusta and says he can or can't be here?
I believe so, Judge.
Your Honor, for this state, I would like to go ahead and say this is, I believe, the second or third time that the officer was here, did show.
No, oh, I get it. And what was his excuse for not coming today? Because last time he didn't have the correct email address and we said, well, you're the one that does your email. His email was not on the State Bar website.
You know what, Your Honor?
The woman with the child.
Yeah,
as well as
Take a little, oh, well, yeah. Go ahead, Ms. Watts.
he was also the one that selected this particular date as well.
He was what? I'm sorry.
He chose this date. But I'm going to reach out to him right now.
Do you have his right contact information this time? I don't know if he's ever put it in the State Bar.
He gave me his email. He did reply back to it, so it was the correct email that he provided me with.
Well, let's see if he put his stuff in the State Bar.
Your Honor, respectfully, I understand. We can keep it going and go for the next one.
We will, but hold on one second, because if he didn't have his stuff in the State Bar like I told him to, which he said it already was, and it is not, then I'm reporting him to the State Bar. He hasn't updated the State Bar, and that's one of the rules. You mind stepping down for just a second?
Absolutely.
Unless deal with this? Do you mind swapping them out? So I'll deal with Mr. Walls whenever he decides to get here. Is that the one? Yeah, Jeremy Ingram, is that it?
No, Huff.
Oh, Huff.
Freddie Huff.
Sure, bring Freddie Huff. Go ahead, Mr. Walls, before we bring out, we're gonna bring out a next case, but go ahead. You weren't here this morning. You're on mute, Mr. Walls.
Your Honor.
Morning.
For email communication, I have been in communication with.
Okay, hold on one second, can't hear, hold on. All right, go ahead.
Yes, I've been in communication with Ms. Watts and Attorney McCullough. It was my understanding that it was made clear I wasn't going to be available today and that we were looking to schedule another date. I haven't received that date as of yet. I think it was a miscommunication to where I was under the pressure in lieu of filing a conflict letter Ms. Watts sent the email requesting available dates along with Mr. McCullough. So I think that's where the disconnect was at. And actually right now I'm on bed rest. The case that I had in South Carolina today, I had to have that continue. Either way, I wasn't going to be in this court today. But I am on bed rest. My doctor's supposed to be sitting upright at the moment. And I have my doctor's excuse. So I think it was just a miscommunication on, I think, my part. I work in a lot of different jurisdictions, and procedurally, every jurisdiction does things differently. So I was under the impression that I was excused once I made it known that I had a conflict, and I was included in the email communication with Mr. McCullough.
Okay, so Mr. McCullough can't excuse anybody, one, but there's, under 4.2, entrance of appearance and pleadings, and your appearance, duties, withdrawals, attend, and remain, you got 4.2 and 411. There are rules under the Georgia Superior Court rules that you have to do at entry of appearance. You have to file a conflict. There's never a waiver of conflict. I didn't excuse you. One, if you're on bed rest, I get it, but you've got to communicate. I told you to put your contact information on the State Bar website. It is not there. We told you to correct your email information on your pleadings because it is not there. Sure, your email is incorrect. And the final thing, I was advised by Ms. Watts that you hung up on her. Stop. Never.
You want me to answer the question?
Don't stop, Mr. Walls. She said you hung up on her, so don't call Ms. Watson. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Don't interrupt me. Do not interrupt me. If you were accidentally disconnected or what have you, doesn't matter. You do not speak with Ms. Watts like you did. When you're speaking to Ms. Watts or anybody in my office, you're speaking to me. So unless you want to talk to me like you talk to them, put yourself in check. Smile. It's not funny. I'm this close to holding you in contempt, Mr. Walls. This close. It is not that hard for you to put your contact information, which is required by the rules that you put your contact information on the State Bar website. I told you, Ms. Watts told you, I checked it just a few minutes ago. It's still not on there. And your email on your pleadings that you type is wrong. Your email that you type on your own pleadings is wrong. Your website does it. There's no way to contact you. Well, it looks like you're a little bit put off talking to me, but in the meantime, your client's been here waiting on you to appear. And they said if you had a conflict, you had to file something and give some more dates. I saw the interactions, but you didn't respond with any dates. Well, I am so sorry. I am taking up your time, Mr. Walls.
I'm listening to you. I just don't appreciate your tone.
Mr. Walls, do you think I appreciate you not showing up in front of me when you've been notified twice to come here? You don't put your own information. I'm muting you. You don't put your own correct contact information. I told you personally on the phone, correct your information on the State Bar. There's never a waiver of a conflict letter. And then you didn't respond to them, giving them dates where you were actually going to be available. Who does this hurt? Your client. And I hate that you don't appreciate the tone, but I don't appreciate you showing a lack of respect for this court. You may not respect me. You don't know me. You may not like me personally, but you'll respect the decorum of the court and the fact that I'm in charge here today. This is the people's courtroom, and you don't talk to the people like this. But it's funny. So we're going to set this up for a contempt hearing too. What date are you available? Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to see about a contempt hearing. Ms. Watts, give me some dates. It could be on the same day we bring him back for his prelim. I've had an officer here 2 times, Mr. Walls. 2 times. And these officers are busy. As you can see, yesterday they responded to a mass shooting. So we take these officers off the street, make them sit in this courtroom and wait. Who's the officer on this case? What date are you available, Sergeant?
As long as it's not a Monday or Tuesday.
As long as it's not a Monday or a Tuesday. Miss Watts?
May 11th, next Thursday.
Next Thursday, Mr. Walls. Think you can make it? You're on mute. I muted you because once again, you were talking over me.
Made 11 works for me, Your Honor.
I didn't even hear what you said. What did you say again?
I said, May 11 works for me, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Watts, what time?
9 a.m., Judge.
All right, we'll also put that on for the hearing on civil contempt. I'll send you the wording for that language for the civil contempt hearing. We'll hear you on contempt then, Mr. Walls. Make sure, once again, I'm advising you for the final time, contact the state bar and put your contact information on the state bar website. It's required that it be there. Number two, check your pleadings because you type out your email completely wrong. Your contact information is not correct in Fulton County, in Odyssey, and Georgia e-file. You need to correct that yesterday.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll look for the notice.
Well, you're going to have to explain it to your officer. So, I mean, your own client, why you can't be here. So would you like to stay on and talk to him after this hearing and explain to him why you're not here, why we're not going forward? Because it's not really my job to do that.
Well, he's been notified through his sister that I had a conflict on that date. So it was
No, sir, there's no conflict filed. There is no conflict filed in this case. So you can tell people all day long, but there is not a conflict that is filed. This is all I have to go by. The last thing you filed, once again, was your motions. And once again, it had the wrong email address on there.
Like I said, I already explained to my client, so no, I declined to explain to him. I could set up a visit with him to go in more detail. Otherwise, I see him on the 11th.
See you on the 11th at 9 a.m.
Dwayne Holt and Rodnika Williams. Miss Williams, up off the bed. Don't want to see you. All right. Mr. Williams, where you at? I mean, Mr. Holt. Yep. Right. Y'all both raise your right hands for me. Y'all swear affirm testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? Mr. Hall?
Right here, Your Honor.
Miss Williams?
Yes.
All right. Glad to see you out of bed. Mr. Hall, you have any witnesses besides yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What about you, Miss? Where are the witnesses at, Mr. Hall?
All around.
I'm here, his mother.
All right, ma'am, you need to leave the room. You can't be in there while we're testifying.
Okay.
All right. And what about you, Miss Williams? You have any?
You said, do I have a question?
Witnesses.
No, I don't.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Hall. Tell me what happened. Why you're seeking this TPO. Start from the most recent event, Mr. Hall, and work backwards. Go.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I perhaps had took out a TPO out on her because I had got tired of her, kept on calling me, kept on harassing me and stuff. Because back in July 1st, we had that was her last day here at my home, and she started making like multiple threats, talking about saying something about she was gonna get some peoples to pull up at my house, and start threatening my mom, saying something about she was gonna get her mom to jump my mom and stuff because we were asking her back for the house keys and stuff like that. And then ever since when we had broke up, she kept on calling, kept on doing the harassment phone calls. And about like the second or the third week of July, she had popped up there at my job. And while I was out, had took a break, I perhaps had seen her right there by my job.
Well, hey, Ms. Rodnika, first things first, you show up in my courtroom, you're laying in the bed. Then you leave your camera on after the counter call and you get tucking yourself in, getting all cozy like this is some sleep story that's going to put you to sleep.
One question.
Now you're sitting there, ma'am, you're eating Funyuns, and you think this is just a big old joke.
I have a question.
And you're not listening. I'll hear your side, Miss Williams. Go ahead.
Okay, the stuff that he just said, it's not true because I came to the job. I did come to the job. That's cool.
Well, then it is true. He said you came to his job.
Okay, I came to the job to see how he was doing. That's all.
Okay.
But at the part of his house, that's not a part. No. And then important that I have a gun in my phone that he said he was going to shoot me with his gun.
So you didn't file a counterclaim against him, ma'am. This is about you. And then did you go? I mean, you went. He told you to leave it alone, get out, and then you turned around and you go up to his job. You say he's lying about it, but then you say, "Yep, I did go to his job." So did you?
I have a threat. I have to tell you in my phone right now.
So this is about you didn't file a counterclaim. Did you?
When I went to the office,
No. This is we don't do that. Did you threaten his mother?
No, I did not. I didn't say not one word to his mama. I didn't say not threat to his mama.
Stand by. Mr. Hall, so your mama's out of the room, right? Can you bring your mama back in the room for me?
Okay. I'm gonna go.
Well, I was going to say she better be when she can't hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mom. I'm sorry. Are you Miss Hall? I just know Mom.
Oh, Mom, Miss Robinson.
Okay. Okay, Miss Robinson. Can you do me a favor? Can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes, ma'am.
You swear firm testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right. Go ahead and tell me what you personally witnessed with Miss Williams.
Oh.
Anika is a compulsive liar. She's very ungrateful. She's very manipulative. She's very sneaky. And she did say that she was going to have her mother and her sister to pull up at my house, not once, not twice, but 3 or 4 times. And when I asked Renika for my keys up for her moving out July the 1st, she didn't have 1 key. She didn't have 2. She had 3 keys to my apartment. She's a very good liar, very manipulative. Sneaky.
But do you feel in fear for your safety?
Yes, ma'am. Because her mother and her sister, they are good about going around fighting people for her battle. They fight. She called them and they come and they fight people for her. She also had someone to pull up. They was having a hotel party one night. She had her sister's boyfriend, and her mother to pull up and to fight some of the S's in the
Yeah.
Well, Miss Rodriguez seems to think it's more important, excuse me there, Miss Robinson, to talk on her phone to somebody instead of paying attention while she's eating Funyuns, licking her finger. So
probably talking to her mother and sister now. From the
what do you think she's gonna do? Send her mama down here to pull up on me?
Yes, she probably will.
I doubt it. That wouldn't be a good move. That wouldn't be a good move for her mama. I can promise you that. All right, Miss Williams, hang up with your mama or whoever you're talking to on the phone and respond to the allegations about you.
Okay, I got one question to say. I did say I can get my mom to pull up with me to get my stuff out of the house.
No, you called them folks.
Hey, Miss Robinson, I got this. Go ahead.
I was moving my stuff out of the house. Me and my mom was on the phone. I called the police. I had to come to the house, and they came.
Your mom was trying to call you.
Yes, my mom called
Turn
me.
your phone off. Turn it off. I don't want to keep hearing it going on. You're in court. What do you want to say? Because you really want to answer that phone and talk to your mom.
No, I'm talking to you. So I'm fixing my fat because everything they saying, I was moving my stuff.
Talking to you. You know what, ma'am? You're looking, somebody's in that room talking to you. Who's in there talking to you?
My boyfriend. So listen.
What?
So listen. So when I was moving my stuff, I was already giving her. Listen.
All that stuff out of here.
Ms. Robinson, I got this. Go ahead.
So I was moving my stuff out the house already. The police came and escorted me and get my stuff out the house, and they came. I called the car out there to the house. I did. Because my mom said call the cops, and I did. So whatever they saying is not true. Because guess what? When I was staying with them, he kept hitting on me. Yes, he was. He kept touching me. I violated that.
You violated.
Yes, he kept hitting on me. Like, yes, hitting on me.
All right. So you don't have any kind of counterclaim against him. Anything in, and you can put Mr. Holt back on camera, Ms. Robinson. Anything else you want to tell me specifically related to the allegations that Mr. Hall made?
Okay, Mr. Bahal did. He he always hit on me, always. The other night and nothing new, he always hit on me. So when I tried to go put a charge on him about this situation, it never failed. And I talked to the office about this. I have it in the office when I got the paper. He have his friends calling my phone last night harassing me. He have this girl named Lulu calling my phone harassing me about the charge. He wanted all this.
Anything else?
And another reason he threatened me. He threatened my family.
Anything else? You have proof? You have any evidence? You don't have witnesses? You don't have anything like that? So do you have anything else?
He said he was gonna kill me with his gun. I have the gun in I have the gun in my phone right now. You want to see it? I will show it to you.
You have a gun in your phone?
Yes.
I don't think I even understand that statement. You have a gun in your phone?
Yes, I had a gun sent to my phone. Yes, I did.
I don't understand what you're saying. You had a gun sent to your phone. That doesn't really make any.
Listen, the gun came up. Someone sent me the gun, the picture that he said he was going to shoot me with the gun.
All right. Well, he didn't. That was somebody else. Anything else you want to talk to me about that's relevant to this hearing?
Only thing I want him to do is stay away from me.
All right. And you're going to stay away from him for 12 months. You're going to stay 200 yards away from him. No contact with him or anybody going to get anybody to contact him. You're also going to take the FFIP class, was a 26-week class. Ms. Williams, put your email in the chat so that I can send you your compliance hearing notice, because if you don't, you're not in compliance, you're not doing what you say, you could be incarcerated for not following my order. Put your email down there in the chat to Miss Free. Then you can go hang up, talk to your mama all day long or whoever's calling you. All right, put your email in the chat. Once you both, you, Mr. Hall, and you, Ms. Williams, put your email in the chat. Y'all can both leave them. Y'all stay healthy and safe and have a good week. This hearing's over. Moving on to the next.